Good morning. Good morning. Jab of Delight will uplift you. Stay tuned. The show is about to begin. Grab your coffee. Stay tuned. This show is about
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. And apparently the tech problems are just going to start right off the bat with the intro and dropping out. My name is Brandon Croucher. We're going to start the day with a wonderful morning start of how everything's going. Give a like, a subscribe, a share. Give us out some love. I hear an echo. Is it my phone? It is my phone. That's why I'm hearing an echo. I'm like, wait. So give us a like, a share, a comment, say hello. Tell us where you're at today. My name is Brandon Croucher, and this is my wonderful, absolutely amazing, beautiful queen of the South Africa continent. She's running with wild dolphins and swimming with great white sharks while petting a giraffe as she walks around the Amazon. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Ilse. How are you, sweetie?
Good morning. I'm so well. How are you?
I'm doing well. How was your... Everybody make sure to get us a hello and make sure to put where you are. It's Monday. Great day to be alive. As much as I agree with that, it's today. If I look stuffy, if I look like I have stuff on my face, please know it's... I've been dealing with a funeral and family all weekend, and it's just been a lot of emotions with a lot of extra stuff added on, which is common during those things. So today was God, I felt like somebody was like sitting on my head to get me to wake up, you know?
I'm sending you positive vibes. I know the feeling.
I appreciate that. Thank you. I accept them. So tell us what your weekend was like, because that's how my weekend was, and I'm just going to leave it there.
I had a very relaxing Saturday and didn't do anything, but yesterday was full moon.
Mm-hmm.
And yesterday morning I woke up and my shaman from in my spiritual community and them were having a despacho. And it was the spring equinox. So it was full moon on the spring equinox, and it was so powerful. And I got it. They actually invited me to come and live with them if I struggle to find a place to live, which is rare for me.
Yeah.
So I just experienced so much love yesterday and sent out so much love and healing to people that are going through so many things and going through new cycles and stuff. So it was just very powerful. And I said a prayer for everybody. Yeah, it was amazing. I kept a space for all of you. And I just want to share that with you.
Jessica says, wow, Ilse went from South Africa to Brazil just like that. She did. She was like, whoop, whoop, whoop. She's the first teleporter. I'm sorry to say it, guys. You didn't see her move that quick. Like, watch the background change.
Me up, Scotty.
Where'd she go? So let's say some good mornings to everybody around the world and wish them all the best and help them get their morning started. We have Donna McGee. Good morning, Donna. Always good to see you. And you're saying hello to Miss Mandy, which I saw up here. Mandy Atterbury is stuck in Mandyland right now, but guess what? Mandyland is a great place to be. The Breakthrough Show says good morning. She says happy Monday. Great day to be alive. Sherry McQueen's over here. She says, what's up, everybody from Michigan? Brett Gordon's hiding in the background doing his little stripper dance, but he says, what's up, Stuart and Donna? How you doing, guys? Stuart Lone Wolf, the first commenter of the day. He wins the day by being first here to say, yo, good morning, and spread positive vibes. Am I missing anybody? I don't see anybody I'm missing. Sherry says hello to Brett. Mandyland is better than Candyland any day. I agree with that. Jessica, I'm sorry I did not catch the show this morning. Project Joy, guys, make sure you start your Mondays with Project Joy. With the funeral yesterday and family stuff all day, I kind of crashed. And when I woke up, my niece was kicking me in the head. And I literally was like, oh, it's time for me to get up. Oh, I have to be on air in like 20 minutes. I didn't hear my alarm. So I apologize for missing it, but I gave it a like and I have it on my thing to play later today. So that way I have it in my headset for my uplifting, positive start of my day. Because that's how you start a Monday with the Jessica Dugas. You go, hey, I need the big D in my life. No, it's not? Okay. So Ilse, is this your first week off of work?
No, I went in this morning and there was a miscommunication. So they think I want to work from home. And I'm like, listen, if I have to work my notice, I don't mind. I just don't like people micromanaging me what I do. I mean, I'm a big girl. I know what to do. So I said, if you want me to come back, because
I'm a big girl.
Yeah, if you want me to come back because you guys miscommunicated, then just tell me so. I said, but this is what you said. So I said, just call me with whatever you decide. So I don't know what I'm doing tomorrow. I'm looking and I'm gonna go look at a place they called Rooms in a Box.
Rooms in a box?
Rooms in a box. So you know these containers? They created bedrooms, bachelor pads out of that. And it's a 420 friendly place.
Ooh.
Rent a month in your money. It's $3,550. So $100, $1,500. It's about $100. So
okay.
It's less than. It's about $250.
And what does this box fill?
It's got a little space office. It's got a shower and a little living room. And everything a bachelor pad will have, but it's built in those containers. I'll take you some photos and put it on your thing, and then you can show the people. It's very beautiful. I'm gonna go tomorrow. It's 420 friendly, yes, and it's 420 friendly. And I'm like, yes.
I'm not being weird, but I'm like, you're like, oh, the bachelor pad box, and then 420 friendly, and then it's like this, but we're gonna go and I'll take pictures, but it's 420 friendly. I'm sitting here going, so what I gathered is there's a box full of 420 friendly things for a bachelor to go live in a box, but it's 420 friendly. That's how I gathered all of that. And I'm like, so what I got out of that is I have this all around me.
And I can
smoke. I'm in. I'm on my way to South Africa or Brazil, wherever you may be right now.
Where I am, it's fun. So don't worry.
Ilse's worked her day and relaxed afterwards. She's made. Oh, Ilse, you are having a fun. Storage containers turned into 1-bedroom places. Yes.
Yes.
The thing is, in the States, we have something like that, but it's not bedrooms. It's actually old shipping containers, the big silver one, or the big like green ones and all that you see on boats.
Yeah, those are the open. That's the same ones.
Open and all that, like those. So they have those, and somebody cuts the side, and they'll put windows in them and stuff like that. And yes, same thing. But then they turn them into businesses, and they put them in areas where there's like small businesses. So it turns into like a coffee shop that's on like a major intersection and has like 3 or 4 little things that people can walk to from the business district and stuff. Yeah, it's been kind of cool to see. Bigger cities have been adapting it. I told my dad, because you could buy those for pretty cheap. They're not like expensive. They're like $500, and you get like one that's not that badly used. Like it's not like it's going to be rusted out and all that. He has a backyard where we could put that under a bunch of trees, paint it all like army color or camo, just and then disappear and put a window in there. I go, Dad, you literally put a heater in there, and you've made yourself a like spot for the winter where you can A, smoke cigars, B, hang out with anybody you want, and C, you get a view. And he's like, it's not a bad idea.
See, and staying in a place like that's perfect. I mean, I don't wanna own shit. Understand? I don't wanna own earthly stuff. I've got my clothes and I've got my and I need a car because I want to go. I don't like walking, and public transport in South Africa is not safe. Otherwise, I would have done that, but it's not safe. So. No, 99% of people have their own cars, yeah.
But when you say it's not safe, like you don't have an Uber or Lyft or anything like that?
No, there's still, South Africa can try and convince you that the apartheid is not on, but there is still some apartheid. We don't ride in their taxis because it's dangerous, understand? Because of all the crime. But it's not just that, it's just they go to, I don't know how to explain it, not to it's just dangerous. It's dangerous anywhere in South Africa. The crime rate is horrible. The rape rate is horrible. It's got nothing to do with color, race, or anything. It's just, and women or don't feel comfortable going out. I mean, I heard at work that there was a guy in East London in South Africa that his girlfriend was 23 years old. And she was a law student, and he killed her and chopped her up and put her in small little pieces, put her in black bags at the side of the road, and left half the body parts and stuff in his house. He killed her and chopped her up into pieces.
I don't have a rebuttal. What am I supposed to say back to that?
But that's how sick this world is, and it's the world. It's the world. So it's safer in South Africa to own your own car and be in control of your own safety and that. We do have Uber and that is safe to use. But it gets expensive when you have to pay 200-300 rand for a one-way trip, because that's what it costs, and sometimes that's all you have. And you can't pay a trip. So having a car is just more freedom in South Africa. Does it cost more to have a car there? I don't really think so. I've never checked because I've never used morning CK. I've never used public transport. We never used public transport. So our parents had cars. They drove us around. Probably gonna call it privileged or whatever, but that's what they had. That's what we grew up with. We grew up with people with cars and TVs and stuff. It was the norm.
Do you think that Mandy meant to write this like this? The highway to hell? Highway to hell! Yeah! Brett's in the back giving me the best looks this morning. Brandon.
Is he rolling his eyes?
He always rolls his eyes at me. So I've learned to adapt to this and just accept how I am. I'm me, and I'm weird, and I gave us a love on the Facebook. That's why I'm ADD right this second. But it's one of those things where I have fun just watching Brett's face. I always like when the guests come in the background and we just start making comments. You see them last Friday, our guest came on and she was sitting in the background and I'm cracking jokes. If I would have brought her in 10 seconds earlier, she had napkins over her face, wiping her face because she was laughing so hard. She was this, tried not to look like she was it was hilarious. She was great. We had a great week last week too. We really did. I have to be honest. We pushed a lot out last week and got a lot done on top of a full moon coming in and all that stuff. So there's a lot of energy going on. And you and I sat here and everybody in the comments here was jumping on, helping keep each other accountable. It was amazing. But we had a fun week. We got stood up by a dating coach. We had
first time in history.
Right. No, Mandy, I really don't check my Facebook like that. I really don't. I'm sorry. I've been busy as heck, and I really, with a funeral this weekend, I didn't check Facebook at all. Not being rude to anybody. I just was being with my family. But I literally look at all of the other things that we had going on last week, and you and I got through a ton. And I was very grateful for that. When I started going back and creating the mailing and all that, I think that there was a lot of stuff that we hit. One of the notes that I wrote down was when we had Mark on, Mark Henrik, he made the comment about not living our life like about to be boiling. And I thought that was interesting. Like, I have a sermon that I wrote, God, years ago, and I went back to try to find it. And the whole sermon's about how water boils at 211 degrees and how when we're doing things in life, are we turning that heat up without realizing it? So like Ilse's got her bosses and that stress, that turns up. Then you had the kids, that turns it up. Then you had the ex-husband who I know's got to be a pain in the ass because I'm an ex-husband. Turn the heat up. And then you turn around and add Elsa being the ex-wife. Turn the heat up. See, I did it both ways.
It does both ways. That's why.
It really does. You know how to pick on each other. But like you get these things where you're putting yourself out there and you're doing these things, and even when you do something good for somebody and it comes back and bites you in the butt, you feel that heat turn up even more. But if you spent all this time giving, are you living your life at 210 degrees where all you need is that one more thing and whoop, you're bubbling, you're boiling, you're overflowing, and it's not in a good way because think about what happens once you start boiling your water. Evaporation happens. So the water is now boiling and leaving faster. And now you're emptying yourself out. And that's all heat does. No, you're right. You can interrupt me. His notes his point was made to me. And I heard this thing like come into my heart that like, Brandon, you need to stop giving because you're living yourself at 210 degrees. You've wrote about this before. You know this. And I was trying to figure out what that meant for me. And then this morning, missing Jessica's thing, I was really hard on myself. I was literally like yelling in my head at me, like, you're an idiot. Why'd you miss this? You know you need to be a part of Project Joy. Why didn't you hear your alarm? And instead of going 211 degrees and then coming on my show with you, I literally was like, no, I got to stop. And I went downstairs. I hugged my mom. I hugged my niece, who's hiding right behind me over here. And
hey, we see you.
She left her iPad, apparently. She like completely disappeared on me right this second. But like, I had to turn that degree down and not be mad at myself. And then I stopped and I jumped on here to not be late and make sure I knew who our guest was. And I walked away and took a couple breaths. And you and Brett were talking and I didn't need to be in the conversation. So I was just listening, but not listening. And I tried to tell myself all these positive things to build myself back up, to take that temperature down from 210 degrees to 209 to 208. I don't want to boil over. I don't want something petty to be what pushes me over into my anger, because then that pushes me into because then I get upset with Ilse for something stupid or Brett. And I don't want that. And to be a leader, like we all are, whether you know it or not, you are a leader to somebody. And to be a leader, you have to take yourself back a step. And this weekend took out of me. Like, I look like I've been crying. I look like I could cry now. I sound like I could go into it. But the thing is, I look at this and I say, I'm here. I love that everybody here wants to be a part of something different. But knowing that we all have our own leadership styles, our own guidance, our own people around us, we have to learn how it is that we turn ourselves down that notch, so that way when we invite someone else in, that water that they're going to be filling up, their temperature is one that blends, not one that's trying to overheat or cool down too fast. I will absolutely, CK. The thing that I was thinking of for myself this morning, I got a lot of emotions I'm working through. The family member that we had the funeral for got family from all over the world to fly in. She was that special. She was the oldest living person with the diseases she had. And it was just hard because we didn't get to see her for COVID. We didn't get to see her for lots of things in the last year of her life. To see my cousins, to see my family, to hug people I haven't hugged in years. what brings me joy is seeing my family come together in such a way where my one cousin, who's literally a few months younger than me, and my aunt have not talked in years. And to see my cousin fly in and no one knew she was coming. I literally was pulling in and I parked my car and jumped out of the car. Didn't care about traffic behind me or anything in the parking lot. I jump out and I hug her because I haven't seen her in like 6-7 years, and just squeezed her. And she was like, I miss you so much. I'm like, I miss you. What made me tear up and bring joy to me was, even though this is a very sad situation that she's in town for, when she saw her mom, the two of them embraced, and it was like forgiveness right off the bat. And that brought me joy. And then I look at what the week we have ahead of us and the people that are saying hi and the people that are liking, sharing, and commenting, and I'm blessed. And I did not want to come on this morning in any way. And I'm here because I'm turning that temperature down by surrounding myself with people who don't want to build their life at 211 degrees. With people who want to be able to make a bigger difference in not just themselves, but the people around them, because that's the ripple effect we're trying to do. So I say all that as I think I just vented way more than I meant to. I'm sorry.
No, don't ever apologize for getting your feelings out there. You don't know who else needs to hear that. The spot show I was at yesterday, they actually talked about people, about your throat, air messages coming out. There's a message that needs to come out, a message about love. And the only way we are going to show people that you can be who you can be your authentic self, because you will still be respected and loved and cared for. You are human. You need to feel your emotions. There's absolutely nothing wrong with it. And everybody here is holding space for you, because we know what you're going through. In COVID, everybody knows what it feels like to lose someone. And you being here today and showing up and showing someone that a year ago I didn't want to get out of bed because I had two losses extremely close to each other. The two people that meant a lot to me in my life. So I know what you're going through.
I didn't want to make you cry. All right, hold on. You ready?
I held it back for quite a while. Okay,
so what is going to bring you, what will make you have a joyful week this week, a positive week, a inspirational week, a fulfilled week? Let me know what it is in the comments. Everybody, I want to see what's going to make you have a great week in your eyes, no matter what. Ilse, go. What is going to give you success, joy, happiness, feel like you've achieved something this week? What is that going to be? Brett, you better be writing something in the back. I'm watching you, buddy.
Mine will definitely be to have 5 good shows again. Get extra followers, get extra followers, and our message getting to a lot more people, and that is what I'm grateful for, and that will be a good week for me.
So you said hello to her. She's sneaking in.
Hello, pretty. How you doing?
So how are you doing? Good. I have the headphones on, so she can't hear you. This is my niece. She is 9. She's in town, and what brings me joy is I don't get to spend much time with her, and I got to spend a weekend with her. For the week, the things that would bring me joy is getting to see, I get to spend the day with her today before she goes back tomorrow. And honestly, what brings me joy is seeing all of the things we do and having people like her, like, share and like and comment with us. Like, she jumps in just because she wants to say hi to her Uncle B. Yeah. This is a type. See, I didn't even lead that. But she's growing up and she's got like this kick. Let me tell you guys, when she sleeps, because she wanted to stare at the bed with me. So we're like, oh, it's like she literally comes on. She squeezes me and chokes me. She comes on and she's sleeping in my bed. I'm in one blanket. She's in another. She decides it's time to wake up, and she starts kicking. And she's just not awake enough to really know what she's doing. Then she rolls over and she's like, Uncle B, you're my favorite. And I'm like, Lizzie Jade, get off of me. And she knows that she can do anything, and she will be always loved and cared for.
That's amazing.
Right?
Yes.
All right. Are you going to be watching the show?
Yes.
All right. I love you.
Mom just sent me up here to get my iPad.
She's literally coming up here to get her iPad to watch us, as she just said. So working on 5 more Reiki clients for the week. 5 more clients is a success for you this week, Sherry. I look forward to hearing you give me your 5 and tell us all about it. All right. Mandy Atterbury, for me, it would be in the show one day. Honestly, I will read over your message after this with Brett, Ilse, and we'll go through it and we'll see what it is. That way I don't read something that everybody's like, what was that about? Or who was this for? It's not that you do anything like that. It's just I do get messages from people that are like, hey, can you read this? Hey, Aunt Joan, it was nice of you to stop by for dinner last night. And I just don't want to make it. I know you're going to be a good one, Mandy, and I just want to make sure we bring out the best for everybody and see if we can get you on for a morning or something. Brett Gordon, this is again how celebrate. This
Can I read for you?
Yeah, because I'm thinking he's missing a word.
This is again how we celebrate life and the lives that have transitions.
We is not there. Who is not there?
My brain is filling in the gaps. This is again how we celebrate life and the lives that have transitioned, as opposed to mourning a loss. Their spirit will always within the hi Bob.
Oh, sorry, I clicked off of it.
Squirrel. The spirits will always within us and everyone they have touched. Their legacies live on. That is true. That is true. That is a lot that I had to deal with when my friend passed away last year. So, because he was literally like my other half. I can't type.
I can't type.
We can see that.
Donna, right? Like, I'm like going to read it, and I'm like, this is how celebrate life. This is how this is how we, and the live is it that have transitioned. Do you see how it's got an F and a V? As opposed to, and then mourning a loss it's the morning of the day. Like we lost our morning apparently already.
I actually read something funny. They say you shouldn't actually say good morning, because morning and saying words is like you should wish people well, but not say good morning, because morning is very sad. I'm going to read up on it and link it there.
So what do you say instead of good morning? Do I be like, get the hell over here?
No, you must say hi.
Get me my damn coffee.
Hey, sweetie cakes or something like that, but not good morning.
Wait. I got it.
I know these things, but I don't know why. Because I read them and then I'm like, okay, then I won't do that. It just sounds legit.
I have it. I have it. You ready? Good morning, Queen. Hey, Queen.
Hey, BB.
Okay, fine. Hey, BB.
Hey, BB.
I love how Donna jumps on and she's like, my grandkids that I am raising, we would get settled into school. That's going to bring her joy this week. And truth be told, that's a lot. Donna, school, my niece just went back to school, and then literally the next day after her first day had to fly back to Cleveland. And like, that's just rough after a year of COVID. These kids are now adapting to things that, I have to be honest, none of us ever will understand. We don't want to wear a mask to a sporting event, a concert, a work, whatever. And these kids have to wear it all day at school. And I know for me in school, it was hell to pay attention. You make me wear a mask during that, it's going to be I'm going to be an asshole. I'm going to be a little asshole, and that's not because I want to be. It's just my body is not like that.
I'm a little asshole every time I have to wear my mask. My mask is on my chin permanently like this. Only when I go in, I go like put it over my nose. And then if I can't breathe, I pull it and I put it there. No, just don't get close to me. Like, keep your distance. I don't mind the social distancing because I don't know. What up, Queen? You see. Thanks, Sherry. What up?
Donna has no mask mandates, which is interesting to me because, like, in the certain states, it's different state to state. And I say that as someone I was out the other day, and I could tell you it was 50-50. It literally was 50-50 around Ohio, and I was shocked at that. And the amount of people pressuring me to go get a shot was entertaining too. Oh, it's for the betterment.
Have you noticed? I think that's going to be the same thing they're going to do everywhere. And the reason I'm saying that, do you think that people that want to wear masks will move to countries where they, or to states where they have to wear masks? And then people that don't want to wear masks move. So they're dividing the people so that new colonies can start. Like the Toren van the Tower of Babel. Is it Babel? Is that
nope. It's the Tower of Bubble. Everybody has to wear a bubble all the time.
My South African accent is gonna kill me. But that. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. It was.
But you knew what I wanted to say. You knew what I wanted to say. It feels like they're just dividing the people to go where your people are. The open-minded people at the open-minded, and you see, and split them.
And my grandkids just want to, boom. My grandkids just want to stay online for school, and honestly, that might be a good option nowadays. How many kids thrive? I have friends that are sales representatives for many companies. And the thing that's interesting about it is the minute they got shifted to have to work from home and they're demanded to work from home, their numbers skyrocketed while other people who in the offices sank like crazy. And I'm like, why do you think that is? And they're like, I'm in my element. I'm not surrounded by other people. I'm not. And it was phenomenal. I know people that their kids started doing better in school. And then I know others that said their kids are, it's a nightmare. They can't be a teacher. Like, this is unfair. Da, da, da. Thing is, that's their energy. Like, this is our spot. When my family comes into my old room and they walk in here and they see all of this, the rest of the room, well, it's clean now, but the rest of the room is like there. They're able to look around and they're like, oh, it looks like your old bedroom. Then they step back here and literally it's like on an entirely different realm. And this is why I built this the way I did, is so I can get the best out of Brandon. How can I find what needs to be next in me? How can I do what's best for my future, for everything here, if I cannot actually be able to know what I need for myself? And that goes for kids learning at school. Are they sitting at the dinner table? Are they running around and not able to pay attention? Are they not getting their energy out the way they need before they can sit down and do it? Or maybe there's somebody who just does better in the afternoons in general, you know?
I feel, my personal opinion, I feel that the school curriculum is outdated. School curriculums is outdated. Mm-hmm. They must teach the children how to write basic skills, sentences, languages, so they can communicate. Teach them tech, because that is what it is, how to use social media properly and to your advantage and for good things. Teach people to be kind, because people need to be taught to be kind, because some don't get taught at home. Mm-hmm. So they need that. Schools need to change. They can't have, the whole world's changing.
Mm-hmm. But how do you? So then let's replay this. I agree with you 100%. Just so we're clear, school's changing, work's changing, life's changing, and that is all of us. Whether you're a kid, whether you're at college, whether you're in your first job, or you're Brett Gordon sitting here watching a show from the background helping run it. Doesn't matter who you are. You are someone that is out there and you have the chance to influence the world, especially with the change that's happening. Whether you say it's time to not comply, to you're someone that's like, hey, you need to get the vaccine. How do we present a positive, uplifting being for this? How do we put that out there? Because right now, as Bob's saying, I know what he's saying. We lose our rights if a politician says so. We shouldn't have to lose our rights. 100%. What happened to my body, my choice? Well, first off, Bob, that was a completely different thing, but we're going to let you run with it because I know what you're going with. But like every single part of what we're saying here is working from home for over 12 years, and I love my job because we're able to take care of ourselves. The future ahead of us might not be going into an office, might not be going into a classroom, but that means you have to be able to build your heaven, your realm, your you. Look at the back of like Ilse right now. That's her house and how it's comfortable for her. That is her element. Look at Brett Gordon and how he has all these awards and elephants behind him. He has Tony Robbins, his secret crush, right over his back shoulder there. Not really that much of a secret, but it's still, he's got what he wants around him. And that's how you build your best you. How do we do that for our kids when we're still figuring it out for ourselves? Boundaries.
Yes, lots of boundaries. And not just that, everything is going to go online. You're going to have the people that still want to work and do physical labor. But let's be honest, the new generation are lazy. They want to sit in front of their computers. They want to make money like that. They want to change the world like that.
I agree, but we can't call them lazy. Like
No.
You know, I'm not making fun of this. Go ahead.
No. I don't mean lazy because they're very clever. They are extremely intelligent. They are not fooled very easily. Well, some of them still are because they're under old constraints and everything, but they're more open-minded. And we need to let them expand the way they expand and take us to the world where we're supposed to be, where everybody loves everybody, because they see what the forefathers did. They see what is going on, and that is the way forward.
Okay. And while I agree, that is no joke, Ilse, 100%, and lead by example for the kids. But what does that mean? Your example could be different than my example that's different from Ilse's example. My example could be something as simple as holding a door and saying please and thank you. To somebody else's example is you could buy that homeless guy a meal or something else on those lines. To just showing up could be the example for somebody.
I don't think that it should be giving. It shouldn't be limited to giving anything physical. Even a bless you, may God bless you, a kind word to someone when you don't have money to. We need to be empathetic, I think what they say. Is it empathetic to different cultures and different to opening our minds and different cultures and different religions, and just knowing that if anything you do comes from a place of love, then you will create love.
I agree.
And what makes love multiply is happiness. If you're happy with what you're doing and you're happy with how you treat people, then you should feel happy, because if you don't treat people nicely, you're not going to feel happy. So just
how about this? I have an idea, and this is throwing random, because I don't want Mandy to think she said anything wrong. Lead by example for the kids is correctly. Lead by good example. Then that same thing. What I'm saying is, look in the goddamn mirror. And if you wouldn't want that for yourself, don't fucking do it to somebody else. And yeah, I'm using my F word there, because the truth is, if you look in the mirror and you see yourself in every single person, you'll want to hold the goddamn door. You'll want to move out of the way. You won't be focusing on a hurry, looking at your phone, wondering why somebody didn't like something that somebody else liked. You will be your best you once you look in the mirror at every situation, at every person. Because if I look at Ilse and I see Brandon in Ilse, I'm going to see the good, bad, and adorable qualities of who she is and who I am, because we're going to uplift and build one another. Where on the opposite side of that, you have people who you're not going to always have people that give their best, but you can't be responsible for their actions. If my niece walks around the corner and kicks me in the crotch right now, I'm going to be upset. But that means she did something that I have to react to, and I have to react in a positive way, even though I don't want to. I want to throw her down a flight of stairs. How many times do people emotionally do this to us? And then instead of us being able to rebalance ourselves, put out the positive that we'd want, and give the best to others, we turn around and we're angry at them. And then that leads to us being angry at somebody else, which leads to something else, which leads to them being angry at somebody else. And it just creates this huge negative thing. And it's so easy to do for us. So changing that. Go. You're up.
If you want to change that, you must change your expectation. You can't have an expectation on the future, because the only real moment is here and now. Is the conversation we're busy having now, and the choices we make of of what is coming out of our mouths, or what we are going to do with this brain and knowledge that we have been given. Are we going to you've been given a soul of a child that you need to look after, and are you gonna mold it to be the best version of you, because you always have to be better than yourself. And if you don't like how people treated you, you have to change that in yourself, not to treat people like that, but also to step away if people do that to you, because you owe yourself the same amount of respect that you owe the next person you talk to. So I think if you've got an expectation on how someone is supposed to react, how silly is that? How can you have an you ask me a question, but you have an expectation, or you make a decision and you have an expectation on how am I going to react to it. You do not get to put any expectations on me, just like I can't put any expectations on you. It's unfair to put expectations on the next human being.
Correct.
Let them be happy. Let them live their lives, because the same responsibility you have for your life, they have for their own lives. You need to guide them and show them the right way. If you're going to raise them in love, all your kids are going to know is love. If you're going to show them empathy, they are going to learn empathy. History books is not changing that. It's making people think backwards. Yeah, but you did this to me 100 years, 200 years ago. And then I'm going to do the same to you because now it's my turn. It's like those people were idiotic. That's why they did it. They didn't know better.
They were doing what they thought was best for themselves in that moment.
Exactly.
They were doing what, that just shows the evolution of humans. It shows that we need to be able to be more open, honest, and conversate with one another. You don't look at somebody as a commodity, and that's the thing that we've dealt with. Is so many people look at us as we are all replaceable. Have you ever had a job where they say that? They look at you and they're like, "Whoa, it's not like you could be replaced in no time." Like, it doesn't matter how big the job is. They literally, I've been with employers, they want me to tell people that they want to say that to other people to make them feel bad to stay at their job. Well, you're replaceable. Even if you go, I'm going to get you. The fast food industry, the the retail industry, over and over, you are just a number. You are somebody there that can easily be replaced, ring people out and all that. And that's the thing, is we created that mentality, and it's not like that. I'm the only Brandon Ross Croucher that I know of. And if there's another one out there, he better be just as adorable as me. That's all I have to say. Like, you can't bring this name down. Bring it. I get to keep the name. You don't, you know? But like, there is a wealth of love and opportunity in all of the oceans that are us. And the thing is, when we are in these oceans of Ilse, Brandon, Brett, Mandy, Sherry, Jessica, all of us, when you're in the ocean of you, don't drain your ocean for other people. Don't drain your ocean just to make somebody else happy for a moment, when you need the rest of your ocean to keep you balanced. And I'm learning what that is. This weekend, got my nails done by my niece. You can't see
I saw your post. That was so awesome.
She loves being able to do nails. Like, she's very good at it. She takes her time. She gets my cuticles. She clips everything. And I'm like, I never knew my nails could look so good. It makes me not want to bite my nails, like, knowing they look good. Like, this is the longest I've ever had a nail, and you don't even really get to see it.
I know how difficult it is to stop biting nails. I know. My son also bites his nails. My brother bites his nails. I used to. I don't anymore. I used to wear acrylic, and that I didn't bite. So I haven't been wearing nails for over a year now. Yeah, it's about a year. And my own nails, and I said I won't. I just Q-Tex them black. Black is beautiful. I like my nails are always black. I'm just giving them a rest this week.
I don't want to paint. See, I'm a guy, and there's a lot of judgment against men who get their nails done. And if I was to paint my nails, oh yeah. Like, look, you do no color, guys don't judge you. They think, like, people look at your nails as the first thing.
But so I get a manicure so it looks nice when I go like this.
Well, yeah, but you're still a woman. I go like this, and it's a black nail polish or pink nail polish. They're going to look at me and be like, and I don't care. But, like, when you're in a business meeting, people judge you very, very quickly.
They do.
Like, if my nails look like I just finished doing a bunch of yard work, they judge me on how I look, not what I'm doing. And that's why, like, I've started doing my nails, is because if I bite my nails, it shows that I can't even help my own anxiety. I can't even help my own stuff. So I've been really, really, really been working at this. And
well done.
it's hard. Like, I literally, like, Ilse, I can't even tell you how much I didn't even realize. You can't even see. I have dots on my nail all the way back, and that's how low the nail was bit. So for this is like, wow. I'm proud of how far I've come. I hate to like brag on myself, but I have.
But the thing is, you're aware of it now. You are aware of it now. So it's easier, because once you go, okay, no, I mustn't bite my nails, because all the reasons that you related to it, like it's for business meetings, is what this, it's important for you, and then you stop and you'll see it go just because you're aware of it. So eventually you'll forget about it.
I just go like this everywhere I go. I just leave
whatever.
Like, I'm like, okay, how can I help you? So Ilse, our guest today fits very well. They'll be on in the next 15 minutes, but she fits very well with what we're doing. Her name is Cathy Nesbitt. I just love her last name, by the way, Nesbitt. Our guest is a health and wellness advocate, but Cathy is the founder of Cathy's Crawly Composters. I am excited to know little tricks, traits, how we can use composting and why it's essential and the growth of it. Like, those are things I'm so excited to talk to her about. She also has Cathy's Sprouters and Cathy's Laughter Club. She is a multi-award-winning environmental inventor and innovator who uses workshop inspirational speaking to motivate people to live a sustainable life. She's an avid cyclist, gardener. Laughter is the best medicine. Have you had your daily dose? D.O.S.E. Dopamine, oxytocin, not right. What is it, Brett? He's going to blow himself in and say it.
Let me see if I can find it quickly.
Oxytocin. Serotonin, endorphins, the love drug. Laughter is the best form of self-love. And I think that's a great way of saying it. It's oxytocin. Is that right, Brett? Oxytocin. Either way.
What is oxytocin?
Hold on, Cathy just came in the background. I see her waving back there. She's like, there's
oxytocin.
Tocin. There we go. Cathy's in the background going, yeah. Brandon learns how to read. Hooked on phonics. Didn't work for me. And then I made a dolphin clone of Brandon. So, Ilse, do your dance, girl.
I still want to. I've got. So there's this video on my Instagram, and it's got like this dolphin face. Go look at it. It's all these noises that all the things make, because I've got a very distinctive laugh. I can't laugh softly. It's always like, when I laugh, it's out of my stomach, like, and people turn around and look at me because I talk so loud as well. And so when this thing came up, it's me, because I sound like a kettle and a bathtub that's going empty, and it's got all the things hooked up like that, and then it sounds like me, and it literally got a dolphin there that makes that noise.
Do you know what you know what? You might have a very distinguest laugh, but I hear laughter. Yeah, it's distinguished. But I wonder, laughter, I hear, is the most wonderful form of self-love. So I think we're going to learn about that today, and why laughter is so essential, because you and I come on here and we make each other laugh. We make others laugh. People have said you and I's energy is just a different type of thing for people. They like to watch us because of the fact you and I just play off each other. And I have to be honest, I'm ready to laugh, have a good time, have conversation like that. Too. And the compostable thing that Cathy's going to... I'm sorry, I'm watching her in the background too. The compostable part that Cathy brings, I'm intrigued by, is 99.99% of you should know. That's what my company focuses on, is we want to be able to provide to people. We want to be able to help people know that they can make a difference in this world and be compostable while helping themselves. And that's where we're at. Like, we're trying to bring this change to the world. And that's why we interview people like Cathy Nesbitt. We interview people that are wanting to change the world and bring positivity. Now, I do want to know more about this Cathy's Laughter Club. So one of the questions I think we need to be ready to ask her, Ilse, is can she do stand-up for us? Because I'm going to want her to give us a stand-up routine. As she takes a big drink of water, I'm looking forward to that. She's like, I swallowed. I say, I got the water down already. But yeah, a merry heart is good medicine. And I love you, CK. If I'm already reading it going, Oxycontin. Nope, that's not right. Oxycontin. But spelling it, putting it in the comments is going to make me be like, oxytocin. I got it. But Oxycontin does make some people happy, no matter how bad it is for them. I mean, and if they get around me, I make them laugh. So it's a combination of things. So, but I
make myself laugh. The shit I think of sometimes, like literally think of it and I go, you're so stupid. And then I'll just start laughing at myself. And then I look around, does anybody see me? It's like, okay, no, I'm still okay.
But so my niece did that the other day. She did something exactly like you just did. She said something and she goes, well, I'm dumb. And I looked at her and I go, what makes you dumb for that? I go, did you learn something? She goes, yeah. I go, then laugh it off and keep going. Like, talk to yourself like that. Like, be like, I'm not dumb. I did something dumb, but I'm better than that. She's like, okay, Uncle B. 9 years old. That's the best I could get out of her. So I'll take it. Yeah.
I have been with myself since birth. There is no one that knows me better than I know myself. We get all our jokes, all of them. Other people might not, but me and this little voice in my head, we get all the jokes.
So
we win all the arguments. We win all the arguments. All the arguments every time. We walk out there and we like have rehearsals. We have rehearsals.
You and your voices in your head.
Yes, it almost never goes according to rehearsal because, again, you can't guarantee what the other person is saying, and usually something might happen and I might change my whole mood about this whole idea that I had. It happens. We move on swiftly from that. But I have had overthinking. If overthinking was an Olympic sport, I'll be the winner. I'm telling you, I would be one of the top overthinkers.
How do we make that an Olympic sport? I mean, we just had the Olympics, overthinking of Olympic sports. They give us like a category. All right, water. And then all of a sudden, Ilse says, oh my God, I need it for clean water in Africa to shower the elephants and the rhinos. Like,
we can have our own Olympics.
Go. Let's go. The positive Olympics. Ooh.
Yes. Okay. So but overthinking. See again. Now I do overthink positively because you don't want to know what I am thinking of. My future is there's no stopping us. So we can go overthinking positive thoughts, jumping to positive conclusions.
Oh, jumping to positive conclusions. Sorry, I just started jumping. Thought you wanted me to jump.
Running your mouth with positive quotes.
Keep going. Come on.
High jumping
over obstacles.
Jumping over obstacles. Emotional obstacles.
High five, teamwork. Kathy gave me a high five in the back. I love her already. Oh, this is going to be a great interview.
Throwing high fives, throwing red flags. Red flags.
Can I try? Can I help with that one? Can we try it a different way?
Yes.
Catching the red flags to get over them.
Yes. High five. How many do we have now?
I think I didn't write any down. Brett, you're writing these down, right?
I hope so. Otherwise, he has to watch it again.
Yeah, Brett, you got to watch this again and write them down. He's in the background going,
Brett, you can use my F word if you want to.
Oh, before we bring Cathy on, she's back here playing with us, drifting and thrifting. I love the name. Hello, and thank you for being here with us this morning. So, all right, tell Cathy the rules of the show before we bring her in, because she'll be in any minute. She gets one
F word.
And every other swear word is good.
As many as you like. As many.
It's good. You could be like, this shit is effed up, but then you save the F word to get it all the way out, because the truth is, once you get that F word out, we probably will celebrate, especially using it in the right way, because it's one of my favorite words. It's one of Ilse's favorite words. And the thing is, when used in the right context, you find so much out about people that it makes it, Cathy's in the back. She is dancing. She is smiling. She is high-fiving. I guarantee she's, excuse me as I choke on my own like laughter. I guarantee she's already been out in her farm this morning doing her sprouting. I guarantee she looked in the mirror and she's like, all right, I need to laugh today. I'm going to be on the show. I guarantee she got herself going. And then you turn around and she's got this Crawly composting. There's so much we're going to learn today, and it's literally Monday. So we have just another 3 minutes before we bring her in. I'm so excited to have her. All right, Ilse. It's Mental Health Mondays. Yeah. High five. We're on it. There's another one. So Mental Health Mondays. I'm going to let you dive on it since you said it right before me. Go. Mental Health Mondays.
Mental Health Mondays. How do you balance and clear your throat chakra? You laugh, scream, and sing, and swear at people that need to be sweared at. But not on TV. But if they piss you off, you can't just stay quiet. Stand your ground, set boundaries. Do not let it. This is mental health. If they're bad for your mental health, don't be close to them. And just keep laughing. Laughter is one of the best medicine, literally, for mental illness.
100%. I
And
love
it's
the way
free
you said
and cheap. It's free.
I love how you covered your mouth. It's free and cheap. like I'm gonna get everybody. I think you're 100% correct, and I love the way you said clearing your throat chakra. You yelling. You can yell all day, but if you're yelling at the wrong direction, it's just going to keep bouncing back at you. Don't yell at the wrong thing. Let it out.
Don't yell at things. Don't yell at things. No. Yell to open and to clear your throat, to say your say for your highest good, because that is what you are here for, is for your highest good.
What is a song that lifts you up? I have 4 that if I need to be uplifted, I have to play them. And sometimes I need all 4 in a row. By the time I get to the 4th one, the car next to me is cracking the heck up because I'm dancing, singing, and just letting everything out of me. And it feels so good.
It's a Zaid Wolf liedjie. Let me just I need to give you the name. Maybe we must wait. I've got it. Live
okay,
Life. Live Life from
Yep, that sounds like a great one. I love that band. They're part of
Zaid Wolf. Live Life. Yes, Live Life from Zaid Wolf.
Now, do you have that on Spotify, YouTube, or something?
Spotify I've got one playlist. It's liked, and everything I like is on there. So I just shuffle.
I love that. Uptown Funk is one of mine. I sing that song, and my family, they video me because I'll dance around and all that. Boom, shake the room. I love that. Mine is My Way. My Way is a gospel song that has been turned into a motivational song, and it's all about how it doesn't matter how much money you get, how much fame you get, how much anything you get. My way is making sure you know that you can give everything away, and you did it your way to make an influence on the world. And I sing that, and every single time I feel my heart open up, I feel my chakras open up, and I'm at the top of my lungs. Now, I do say all of that to say, if you have a song that uplifts you, encourages you, gives you motivation, I'm about to do our sponsorship ad, and then we're going to have Miss Cathy Nesbitt on while the sponsorship ad is going through. Since all of us hate commercials, and it's just my face pushing my company because I have to, otherwise I don't. I won't ever push my company. But throw up the Spotify link in the comments, a YouTube link, a Spotify link, something where everybody who has their song that they love. They're putting up here to uplift one another. All right? Ladies and gentlemen, a word from our sponsor, and then we'll be right back with Miss Cathy Nesbitt.
Hi, my name is Brandon, and over the past year, the Delight Cafe team and I traveled across the U.S. researching this rapidly growing industry of CBD products. What we have found throughout the industry were products that were inconsistent in dosage and used ingredients that weren't even lab tested. Products with chalky textures, bitter aftertaste, and worst of all, confusion among the CBD consumers. That's why we created Delight Cafe. A 15 milligram, lab-tested, all-natural, water-soluble hemp CBD powder pack. It's odorless, colorless, and tasteless. Add it to your favorite drink of choice, wherever, whenever, on the go. Quickly find your calm, your balance, and your delight when you need it most.
La la la.
And
Here we go.
Back. Go ahead, Cathy. Introduce yourself. We're back, ladies and gentlemen. Cathy, tell us who you are and why we should love you.
Oh my gosh, I'm so excited to be here. I love you too.
I want to start by we read your bio and we're going through looking at your stuff and we're both like, there's so much we can learn from her. That, like, Cathy, thank you for joining us on a Monday morning, Mental Health Mondays.
Mental Health Monday. Perfect.
Yes.
Yay, yahoo. I do want to talk a lot about laughter, but my working title is Cathy Crawly. Is Cathy Crawly Laughing Bean Queen. Like really, young people, because I heard how old you both are. So just so you know, I could be your mom.
Please, do you want to
Adopt me, adopt me. I'm an orphan.
adoption?
Oh my gosh, so fun. Yeah, I'm 58. How fun, right? Okay.
Oh my God, you don't look 58. You look.
It doesn't matter, whatever. It's a number. Don't worry about age, right? Like, forget about age, everybody, right? Because
Moving on swiftly.
it's totally something you can't control. So, like, if I could drop the F-bomb here, I would, but I'm not gonna.
She's savoring the F-bomb.
Saving her F-bomb. She like wrote down, I get one F-bomb.
No, she's got a good memory. Okay, all right. So age, forget about that. Okay, so so Cathy Crawly Laughing Bean Queen. Simple solutions for today's challenges. So I was going to say, like, listen to the old ladies, like, because they have wisdom, right? Like, you know, the ones that are aware and living their purpose and really like standing in their power, like you said, that's me. I was like you're a younger me.
I love that. Like,
I love that too.
So I've been selling worms by the pound for 19 years. And let me talk about that because I don't know let me just talk about that because it is important to know. Wherever you are, I can't send you worms in South Africa, but at least you can know about it. There's worms there. There's worms in every country.
It is.
Right? Okay. So
we've got earthworms.
They're earthworms, but there's thousands of types.
Oh, okay.
And only four are optimum for vermicomposting, which is indoor composting. So composting is usually done outside. No special equipment, right? Maybe you have a container, like forget about worms, just composting. It's nature, right? Your organic scraps, your paper, leaves, whatever. Water, it turns into compost or soil, right? Good. This is the same idea, except it's done inside with worms, red wiggler worms. 800 to 1,000 red wiggler worms in a pound. Wow. Each worm, I'm going to blow your mind. So I hope you're taking
No,
notes.
I'm ready. You just go.
And then we'll get to after. Okay, so I have lots of energy. Okay, fun. Okay.
I love this.
So the red wigglers, I'm so excited that you want to know about this because 19 years selling worms by the pound, wanting people to put worms in their house.
Yeah, that's what
To manage their stress.
The smell, what can we put in there? How do you get people to start? Those are my first big questions I wrote down because my mom is not someone I see doing this, but I'd love to see how I could get her excited about it.
Right. Yeah. Anyone that gardens knows about the value of the worm compost, right? Because that is black gold.
Yeah.
I started my business Cathy's Crawly Composters in 2002. The year that our landfill, Toronto in Canada, it's the largest city in the country.
Okay.
6 million. There I am. Youpee. You took me out, everyone. So 6 million people in the greater Toronto area. So when our landfill closed, there was nowhere, it's like the trucks were going there emptying the garbage every day. Oh, well, don't worry. We don't have to think about that till tomorrow because it's not full yet. When it filled up, it's like, oh, what are we going to do? Right? Canada's a pretty large country, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Nowhere to put another landfill. Nobody wants a landfill in their backyard, right? The NIMBY, have you heard of Not in My Backyard?
No. What is that?
NIMBY, not in my backyard. No one wants a landfill next door, right? That's when you get people out protesting. They're like, no, not here, right?
Not in my backyard. Wow, NIMBY.
NIMBY. Yeah,
NIMBY.
okay. You're welcome. Listen to the old ladies. I'll be dropping stuff all over the place.
NIMBY.
Okay. So we started, here you go. I'm in Canada. We started shipping there nowhere, even though all this land, it's big country, nowhere to put a new landfill. So we started exporting our garbage to the U.S. Sorry. Imagine how much money that costs. Almost 200 garbage trucks every day making its way from the Toronto area to Michigan. Yikes. It stopped now, but that went on for years. I was like, how much money does this cost?
Right.
It's bad for the planet, like all those trucks, like all that. What? Why are we throwing away this, or these resources, which is the rotting food? I know it sounds gross, but that's what feeds the worms. So we make our own soil, grow our own food, become more sustainable. Hallelujah. What? So I was like, oh my gosh, this is so great. And I mean, there's a whole journey about how I got here. Watch my documentary, Squirm.
I'm finding it. I'll share it.
No, but if you want the backstory, right? Like it's 20 years. I got a lot to say. Like it's more important than that now, right? 6 million people. So I was like, wow, so many people need what I have. All those apartment dwellers don't have a backyard, so they can do outdoor composting. There's nowhere for them. They need to do it inside. This is perfect for them. Yay. And then I started doing shows and exhibiting, and people were like, ew, worms. And I'm like, oh my gosh, how am I going to do this? Holy moly. But I got all this energy. And then I started doing school workshops. I was like, I got to educate the kids. So it's a super cool project for schools, right? Yeah. Wow. Teach the kids. Then when they're eating a banana or an apple, they're like, oh, where's the worm bin? They just know.
Yes.
Right? And so when I started my business, it was a waste management tool. But then I quickly realized, the worms turn paper and food into the soil enhancer. Like we've wrecked our soil. Our soil, like if you're having a drought, sorry, right? And wherever a drought is, I'm sorry in South Africa, water shortages, sorry.
Yes.
Compost is going to help retain the moisture that's there. When it does rain, it'll help cling on to it. Compost is the answer to everything. So we're throwing away this resource when we can just turn it into something wonderful. Anyway, so there you go, black gold, and they're fantastic. So about 10 years in, because I have all this energy, it takes me a long time to get the message that people don't want what I have. They don't want it, right? That you don't always buy what you need, you buy what you want.
Yeah.
And
get
people
that,
want
right? Hear that one, everybody. Like we buy what we want, not what we need. Sometimes we need stuff, but we're like, nah, I don't want worms in my house. Ew.
Right.
People are traumatized in the schoolyard. When we used to meet in person at school. I hope they do again. It's not a joke. That's not funny. In Canada, they do.
No, thank you for making me laugh. And
Cathy, you made us laugh because of your genuine laugh, and then you turn around and
that's not funny.
laugh at that.
But everything's funny, right?
I wasn't laughing at this statement. You've got this infectious laugh. As soon as you laugh, I just want to start laughing. I'm like, I didn't even hear what. I just laugh.
Feel free.
I love it.
I love it.
Thank you. Oh my gosh! Just before you said you wanted me to do stand-up, so I'm like, all right.
Let me get started with this.
Cathy's Laugh Club. Don't forget to Chuckle Club. Don't forget to check it out. Here's the link, guys. Boom. See how quick I am with this?
Yeah. So about 10 years in, about 10 years into this mission, like it's a huge mission. I really did my goal. I don't know now so much. I really want to bring laughter everywhere now. It's so much easier. It's so much labor and less labor intensive than the worms. The younger folks take it on. But about 10 years in, I was kind of getting discouraged. You know, one more person said to me, "Ew, worms in the house," or "What do I do in the winter?" You know, and I was like, oh my gosh, how am I ever going to put worms everywhere? And then I was introduced to laughter yoga. I don't even do yoga. Right. So when I was introduced to laughter yoga, I was like, oh, laughter yoga, that sounds something like I could do. And that same week, I was at a business meeting, like a networking event. There was hundreds of people, right, BC, and
before COVID, BC.
Oh my word! That's where the new Bible is starting now.
Like for real, think about that. Before Christ, before COVID. Now we got it.
It's like a big reset.
Hundreds of people. The very first woman that I met was a laughter yoga teacher. I was like, what? So I said, oh my gosh, laughter yoga is mainstream. You know, this was like 2013. I was getting discouraged in my worms, and what am I going to do? Maybe I should get a job. Oh,
just want a job. I don't want a job.
Oh my gosh, no, don't tell me what to do.
Same way.
So then I was like, I love this. And she happened to have a laughter, like in Toronto, she happened to have a laughter yoga club in the same, like walking distance from where my mother-in-law lived.
Let me just
recently passed, but because I came to laughter yoga with my mother-in-law.
Is it like just that? Do they call stand-up comedy yoga laughter, or is it like two different separate things? Because
it's separate.
Good question. Okay.
Yeah, let me tell you about laughter yoga. Enough entry how we got in here. Holy cow, the whole thing's almost over.
I want to go to one laughter yoga class with Cathy because I have a feeling by the end, because I actually, really quick, Cathy, I want to bring this back in. I was looking at your website, and your website for the Cathy Laughter Club, you literally have it shown where you could do an online event on Tuesdays at 9:30 in the morning, Eastern Standard Time. And Eastern Daylight Time. Sorry, I've been yelled at. It's not EDT anymore, or EST, it's EDT. But what I'm loving is you have laughter yoga, and you have all these videos here, week 1 to week 8 to week 14, and you're doing these amazing little things. But laughter yoga seems like something where, how do you, like, I can laugh on command very easily, just like anybody, but how do you actually connect and all that? How is that helping you? Because I could be like, all day, but like, what is laughter yoga that makes it different, and how do I get baby goats into it?
Just imagine them. Laughter yoga is mostly about imagination and creativity, just laughing for the health of it. Just deciding to laugh. It's a cardiovascular workout. It's a cardiovascular workout. We're in charge of our own pharma. Oxytocin. Right? So people do drugs, and they drink, and they have sex, and whatever your addiction is, we do these things because we want those drugs. We want those love drugs to be secreted. Right?
Correct. Yes, dope. Get your dope in. Tell everybody about dope. Why should we do dope?
Yeah, we should do it because then we're in charge. If we're not laughing, or it's high vibration activity. It's just like up here, when you're laughing, you're full on present. You're not thinking yesterday, or why did I say that stupid thing, or tomorrow I'm so nervous. No, you're just like, ha 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 ha. There's no effing thoughts.
We almost got it out of rehearsal. That close.
It's like guess when Cathy's gonna use her F word.
Like,
Yeah, right.
Oh, okay,
So-
no.
So versus, here we go. Versus when we're stressed, and we're stressed. Like this is a global stressful time. It's global, man. It's like, when the hell are we going to get out of this thing? Whatever it is that's here, right? We won't even name it. I know you did, but we're not going to name it again.
BC. It's BC.
Right? It's BC, man. Yeah, come on. So when we're stressed, we're secreting cortisol.
Yes.
And we're not breathing. So here we go. Laughter is the best medicine. We've all heard it before.
Yeah.
I don't need to talk about, the research. I don't need to do that. Thank God there's someone else did that. You go research it and you'll find it. But here we go. I can tell you the Coles notes, if people remember Coles. The Amazon notes. I don't know. Okay, stop naming names. So the brain requires 25% more oxygen than the rest of the body has. I'm not supposed to laugh at my own jokes. It's not a joke. This is true. Okay. The brain requires 25% more oxygen than the rest of the body as an operating principle. It's a machine, right? The answering machine.
The answering machine.
You're right.
When you get asked questions.
So when we're stressed, we're not breathing properly, right? We're just like, actually oxygen, blood, lymph leave our brain because we're going into fight, flight, or freeze. We just have to get out of stress right now. So we don't need our brain. We don't need the machine. We just need that all to go into our body so we can be like, oh, or
I love it. Miss Cathy.
Okay.
Really quick. Hold on. I want to make sure I hit this one. So when you say dose, it's dopamine, oxytocin, serotonin, and endorphins. So D.O.S.E, dopamine, oxytocin, serotonin, endorphins. When we laugh, we're opening up our mind and being able to laugh with that we're giving ourselves a hug. I love how you're phrasing that. We're opening up parts of our brain waves that open us up more. Even if this person says mean things, like I don't allow these things, but like people who laugh as much as this lady come across as insane, who gives a shit? You're not insane, Cathy. You know why? Because you literally are someone who's wanting to find the positive, and that's what makes you happy. So sorry, Drifting, that you don't like it, but guess what? I love Cathy right now, bringing in a positive laughter.
Exactly.
She literally is helping us understand why a dose of this a day can help us be able to find that energy, that positivity, and that self-love. And that's something we talk about here every Monday is self-love. And I'm someone with bipolar disorder. So when I start breaking down and I start having a hard time and I start doing that, finding a laughter is hard. Finding that dopamine, that oxytocin, not Oxycontin. Like, literally, like, I try to avoid that one, but every now and then it shows up at the doctor's office. But like, talk to me, Cathy. Like, with the laughter, with all of that, you've noticed how much it's changed in your life. You've noticed how much it's been bringing you to new levels and all this, just like we have here at the cafe. Talk to me about why having a dose a day is essential.
It's so many things. That's one piece. And by the way, I'm pretty sure I'm on the spectrum, the BP spectrum.
Right? Be positive?
Bipolar.
Oh. I should have known that
one.
ADD. So, I really want people to hear this message. I'm older. Really pay attention, people, because we can only drive our own boat. We can only canoe our own canoe. We are always looking at other people. Oh, look at them. Oh, judge. Oh, shut up, everybody. Just like, really, if I was going to drop it, it would be there. I'm not going to. Right?
I'm working on it.
People need to get the message that nobody gives a shit about them. Nobody cares what you're up to. Like, we think, oh my gosh, no, just live your own life. When you live your passion, when you're living your dream, that's when you get what you want. That's when you live. So back to laughter, really has helped me stay in my worm business. Now I still have my worm empire. Other people
The
are
worm
coming along.
empire.
Other people are coming along. We need more people. I've been saying for 19 years.
Mm.
You know, I chose media as my marketing strategy over there with the worms. 300 articles, TV, radio, a documentary. I mean, if you're not ready for the message, if you're afraid of worms for whatever reason,
Yeah.
you're not watching that video, you're not reading that article, you're not listening to that podcast. Or
And people and worms are literally not even dangerous to you. It's not. It's
Till you eat
they
them.
are so
mental.
hard. Don't eat them. Who wants
It's
to
mental.
eat worms in any case? Yes.
we get in our
So
head.
just because ugh.
So it's Mental Health Monday. So I really want to talk back about laughter because I know I jumped back to worms, but let's squirm on back to laughter because we are having a mental health tsunami around the world. Like, you can't isolate people and expect everyone to be okay. Like, this is nice. I'm happy that you're doing this live broadcast because it's wonderful for people to be connecting around the world. That's the gift. The technology is the gift. And I'm so happy that you're always laughing. I just watched one episode. I will be tuning in regular as much as I can because this is what we need. Like, around the world, everybody laughing and just like not talking about nothing, but just really deep stuff, actually talking about stuff, but bringing light to it and making it right. Like, laughter yoga is not laughing at the situation. It's not.
No.
It's
laughing for yourself. Yes.
It's laughing so that we can cope. Because if we're stressed, we're closed up, we're not breathing, we're secreting tons of cortisol, and then we just get paralyzed because we're like, what about that person? Look at that. All the things that we're thinking. Like, let everyone just make their own choice, whatever that is.
Mm-hmm.
That makes them happy.
Choice.
Yes. I always tell my children that you are not responsible for the next person. You cannot make that person be a good person or not. You can just be an example.
And we need to just send love and light and then raise the vibration of laughter, right? So it's the 26th anniversary of laughter yoga. Started in India by a medical doctor, Dr. Madan Kataria. He could only find 5 people in India. He was dispensing drugs, antidepressants, and he was sad. He thought it would be great. He wanted to be a famous doctor, and he was, but it was like, this is it. And then he was doing research on laughter in 1995, and he was like, look at all this research on laughter is the best medicine. And there is really tons of research about how it oxygenates our body and all these things. So he was like, let's just laugh. 26 years. It's a global movement. So you were talking about how do we raise the vibration? How do we bring the Olympics? On August 8th of this year, there was the Ho Olympics. And I was one of the speakers. And it was a global movement. We did the time zone mambo. We started in Australia, and then Malaysia, Thailand, I don't know what order, but and all the way over to Canada. And wow, 8 hours of laughter on August 8th, the Lionsgate portal. It was the new moon. It was powerful.
Oh, wow.
And Dr. Madaria's goal is world peace. Can you imagine world peace? Because we're all like kumbaya, laughing together. Ha, 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 ha.
It's possible. It is possible.
Absolutely. It's absolutely possible. When we come together. So you mentioned my laughter club. It's Tuesday mornings, every Tuesday, over a year now. I have a beautiful backyard and before BC.
I love that. I'm never going to forget that.
It's my initials. It's my initials, Brandon Croucher. So whenever you say it, I'm like, why are we be seeing me? Oh, yeah, before COVID.
Oh, yeah, it's not me. I'm not the COVID.
Hey, can we do some laughter yoga?
Absolutely. Oh,
okay, yes.
I would love to give some tips. It's Mental Health Monday, so I would love to. So every laughter yoga teacher brings their own gifts. And I have a whole basket of years. I'm a learner, so I attend all those things. And so during this cuckoo time, I've been attending all those not all, most, many of those, summits. And I get some people are flooded with negative stuff in their social media feed. I'm flooded with positive stuff. Hallelujah. And so
how do I get that? Because I asked, because like we had a troll this morning, as you saw for a second, and they get mean and they think it's fake positivity and stuff like that. And you're not at all. And any of our people are, they're wanting to make that influence. And there's a lot of people that will come in to be a bad apple and rot out the rest of us. And that's the thing that we're trying to break. And the laughter separates us because that's what brings the good out compared to the bad. So now, do I need to take my shirt off? Like, is that what we need? Oh, darn.
No special equipment. You can if you like. Absolutely, be comfortable. It's a cardiovascular workout, 10 to 15 minutes of sustained belly laughter. We won't laugh that long because you guys can't handle it. No, you probably can because you laugh a lot. Right,
like we've been practicing for this our whole lives.
So because adults need priming, there's clapping and chanting. So we clap palm to palm. It's little games and deep diaphragmatic breathing. So we just do warm up. And so we clap palm to palm and there's rhythm. It's 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. And we make eye contact so we can just look at each other. And so it's like ho, ho, ha, ha, ha. Ho, 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 ha, ha, ho, 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 faster, ho, 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 ho. Okay, and then we say, very good, yay.
Very good.
Very good. Very good. Yay!
Right? Because it's like childlike play and sense of wonder. Then there's little games, but I incorporate tapping. So come to my class tomorrow or any Tuesday.
How long is the class?
To give you a little bit of an intro into laughter. So there's the clapping and chanting. Your diaphragm, when you're doing deep diaphragmatic breathing, like if you put your hands on your belly, and say ho, ho.
Ho.
And feel it in your belly. Ho, 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 ho. And ha, 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 ho, ho. Right? So you're moving your diaphragm. Your diaphragm is attached to all your organs. You breathe. Hey. So if you breathe in deep through your nose, so do that. Let's breathe in, raise your arms up, breathe in. Hold it, smiling. I know it's a lot of instructions. Keep holding it. And then just gently breathe it out through your mouth. Ha, with a sigh. Ha. And then ha, just say ha at the end.
Ha.
Okay, breathe in again, breathe in. Smiling, hold it. And then we're just gonna spit out like a snake. And then say, ha. Because if we can get all of if our exhale is longer than our inhale, then we're getting rid of all that stale air, and we can take in fresh air. I mean, I don't want to talk about the air in your room or whatever, but right.
Too shy.
Then we can take in all new air. And in through the nose, out through the mouth, then it's called alkaline breathing. There's all kinds of different breathing, but for laughter yoga, we generally breathe in through our nose, out through our mouth, and it's so beautiful. So I would like to incorporate a little bit of tapping. Have you emotional technique, EFT tapping? Yes?
Yes.
No.
Okay, Brandon, good. Well, just so you know, I've been tapping since 1999. It's emotional freedom technique, and this is a simple way. You can look that up, everybody. There's a couple now that are doing really great work. But I learned from Gary Craig, the founder of tapping, 1999. Can you imagine? I'm so happy that it's mainstream. So it's tapping on the meridians. But today, I would like to introduce 4 spots. And I introduce these at my laughter club too, because I think it's that important. So we just take 2 fingers and we're just going to tap right under our eyes. This is the stomach meridian. You don't need to know, but if you need to know, then now you know. And you can just take a nice deep breath here. Hold it. Breathe out. Nice. Thank you. Again, breathe in. And breathe out. Ha. That gets you grounded. If you have indigestion or anything, if you just need to be grounded, the stomach meridian goes right from here down to your belly. Yes, right? So that's a beautiful one. Do that every day. Next tapping spot is on your collarbone. This is K27. So some people want to rub, and that's fine, or you can tappity tap. This one is really important. This is K27, the kidneys. So breathe in here. And release. Ha. Thanks for playing along. Yeah, if you're watching, play along too. These are good spots. Breathe in again. And release. Ha. Is that your doing it too? Yippee. Ah, yay, Brett. Good job. Okay, this one is really good. I want you to make sound here. We talked about wanting to open up your throat chakra. Here we go. Nice one. So hand open up like you're an ape. Either open hand, closed hand, or fingers. And I want you to make noise, like get your stress out. Thank you for playing along. Thank you. Really, so beautiful. Yay.
Thank you for showing us
Let me explain this. Let me explain this point. This is your thymus. So if you do open hand or closed, right, then you're for sure going to hit the point. You don't have to be right on. It's the body, right? It's magnificent. All right. This is the thymus. As we start to age, after puberty, so all of us watching.
I'm still on puberty, so I'm fine.
So that's where T cells are made.
Okay.
Cancer fighting cells are made here. So every day, T cells, beautiful. And the last one is about a hand width down from your armpit on your ribs. And if for any ladies watching, where your bra might be, if you happen to have one of those.
Okay.
I haven't worn one in years.
This is spleen. So this is really good one. The spleen, right? These are beautiful. So those 4 spots every day. And that's not laughter yoga, but you know, when you incorporate the deep diaphragmatic breathing, I believe that's the yoga part. You know, it's gentle movement, little games, you know, you make milkshakes, high five, you do a breathing, you know, I do a lot of work right now. I'm being called, we're having a mental health tsunami right now. And we were before, right? It's just come to, like, now we have to look at it because here it is.
Right.
Yeah. So laughter yogis are primed for this time. It was never online before. We've all adapted. We've all adjusted. Zoom, don't you wish I had chairs? BC. Yeah, me too. Okay. But now we're all zooming around the world, right? It's so much fun. Hallelujah. It's great. And we've adapted. Now I do training. I'm actually have a training to become a laughter leader. Like, anyone want to learn how to do this?
Oh, wow. I'm
getting tons of paid gigs. Like, I'm doing work with Alzheimer's because you don't need to, it's not jokes or comedy, although I'm funny. Laugh at my jokes.
I can stand up laughing as well.
Actually, I think often I'm like, I just want to attend one of my laughter classes because they're so fun.
Record it.
She sits in the back of her own laughter classes.
I'm like, oh, what are we doing next? Oh, that's up to me. Because I just want people to laugh. The prime objective of a laughter club is laughter. It's weird at the beginning. So for anyone that's planning on attending, like my club or any club, there's lots. And not everybody's for anybody, right? Mine is first thing in the morning. So depending where you are in the world, if you're just getting ready for bed, this might not be the club for you because it's high energy. I want to get people set up to have a great day. So they're like, woo, I'm gonna clean the house, or I'm gonna, write those things, right? I'm gonna do, because you're just alive. Like, you're just like, hey, I'm gonna go talk to some people, make eye contact. Wow, because I'm upright.
Let's hold the door for a stranger.
So I'm in South Africa. So when I do the show, when it's done at 6:00 at night, so I'm usually getting so energized with all the laughing and stuff. If we're done, I sit here and I'm like, now I'm all alone and I've got nobody to laugh with because I just.
Oh, her internet.
She got all excited.
She has too much positive energy. She stops her internet, you know? I see it happening. Well, I actually do want to ask a question. I want to go back to the composting for a second.
Okay.
With the composting, the smell. My mom would not do it because she's afraid it's going to have this like really bad smell. And then you made the comment about the red wiggler worms, how those are the worms you need. If you had a different set of worms, does it affect it differently in different parts of the world / United States even, because, or the country, because we're in Cleveland, so you're not too far from us. So the red wiggler would work. But what if I was in like Florida or even South Africa where it might be a little warmer and all that? Would you be able to, is there a different worm that we have to use? And then how do we take care of that smell?
Love it. Okay, beautiful. Love that. Thank you. That's one of the first objections.
My mom, I literally asked my mom if she would ever do a compost. And then I wrote down all her questions so I could ask them for you, because I'm sitting here going, I can't answer this. I can't say, oh, no, we'll get like a box and the wood will distract the smell. We'll do this and this will distract the smell. No, I don't know. And I'd rather ask an expert.
It's aerobic process, meaning with oxygen. Like aerobic exercise. There's so many correlations between all the things that I do. There's like this worm weaving its way through all my offerings. But yeah, so it's aerobic, meaning with oxygen. So it doesn't smell like rotting food. It smells, it may smell like the forest. Like, you know, it doesn't mean that it's odorless. It just doesn't have an unpleasant smell. Like maybe like moist earth.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
so
it's like a built-in mechanism. It's a built-in mechanism. The worms breathe through their skin. So if it smells bad, that the oxygen has now been converted to gas, methane.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And that's what we're smelling, right? And it's so beautiful. You know, again, back to the classroom, I take in a bag of food. So the worms eat about half their weight per day in food scraps, right? So if you had a pound of worms, which is what you would have, they would eat half a pound per day or 3 to 4 pounds of food waste per week. Plus they're eating the bedding, they're eating the paper. So I've taken a Ziploc bag full of rotting food, and I take out all the oxygen. By the time I get there, the bag is blown up and it's hard and it's like a balloon. And I say to the kids, hey, you know, I say, this is what a pound of worms would eat. And then I say, hey, look at my bag is all full. Is that air in there? And they say, yes. And I say, if I open it, will it smell like the room? And they say, no. And I say, good. What is it then? What is in the bag? And then, you know, they say all kinds of stuff. If they don't know, if I don't torture them too long.
Too long, not too long.
Come up with I don't know. Then I say, okay, what is it that you put in the car? It starts with G and ends with S. It's 3 letters.
Gas.
Yes.
Did I get it?
Yay! Right? So if it smells bad, it's bad for us because we can't breathe oxygen and the worms can't breathe oxygen through their skin. It's like a built-in mechanism. Beautiful. Great question.
Yeah. So with that, do you say this is in your house?
Yeah.
Is it in your kitchen?
Yeah.
Where you can literally just like drop the stuff after you're done with it. You're cleaning your plates. You just wipe it in there, things like that, right?
Sort of. Because it's in the house and you don't want it to smell, it is better if you let the stuff start to decompose first. And it's not your plate scraping necessarily, but your prep food.
Okay.
Right? Because you don't want salt. You don't want any dressing. You don't want any gravy. You don't want any stuff that might be harmful for the worms because they breathe through their skin. So you don't want to clog their pores.
Correct. Right. So like would that be, that's plastic, that's things like that. What would be something that, like, how would I know what to put into what not to put in?
So it's kind of all, like as a general guide, it's all your fruit and veg, coffee, tea, pasta, right? Cooked pasta and rice without, like, naked without stuff.
Okay. Just naked, like Alfredo, just dump it in there. Don't put the sauce though. Make sure you use linguine noodles. They're very particular, the worms.
They love pumpkins. They love Halloween. Oh my gosh, so fun.
That makes sense. Do they like all, what are those? Pumpkins are a...
Gourd, like a gourd or squash.
A gourd. Yes, a squash, gourd. Both of those are like perfect for that. Would you say that that's like something they naturally like a lot more and all that?
They don't have teeth, so you know it's easier for the microbes. It's a whole family of microorganisms that is actually doing the work. The worms are like the top feeders, right? Someone once said to me, I would do this, but I don't want to have any other bugs. It's like, you can't do it then because it's all bugs.
I was going to say it's going to keep bringing bugs back and all that. But like, what would I be able to put in there that, like, all right, so do I have to clean this out and wash it like once a month? Because my mom's going to be that one that's like, it's going to bring maggots and stuff like that. And that would be her turn off right away. So with knowing other bugs are going to be there, do you never clean it? Do you clean it often? And like with that, what if you do put the wrong compost thing in there and you don't put something that's compostable in there? Is it going to still decompose, or could that hurt the worms?
Okay, yes. Wow, so many questions.
I was ready. I was coming at you. I'm like, I'm going to have a compost bin by the end of this ready to go.
Love it. Yeah, so lots of great questions. So depending if it's toxic or not to the worms, they won't be harmed. Like a plastic thing, a elastic or bread tie or something, they're not eating that. They're not going to bother.
Okay.
Right?
So
Because nothing for them there.
Right.
So plastic isn't a problem, but why put it in? You'll have to take it out.
Right.
Like those fruit stickers that they have. Why are they not paper? Like, it's ridiculous.
That makes no sense, because you'd think that would be something that would be compostable, because they're putting that on there, and the glue is toxic for us. So if you eat it and you swallow it, while it might not hurt you in that moment, long run it did something to you. Maybe you got sick one day and you didn't know why, But that's a very good point. Putting all those things in compost. So if I was to turn around, is meat a good thing to put, like leftover meat bones and stuff like that? Can I toss those in? No bone. So leave the bone out.
So sorry, I didn't say that. I said the big long list of what goes in. I forgot to say what stays out.
You're good. That's why I was asking. I'm like, how do I
fail if I don't tell you these things? All right, I said to the kids, it's a much shorter list. Okay, and then I quiz them at the end. So I might quiz you too.
I'm ready.
Okay, no meat, no dairy, no sauce.
Oh, no sauce whatsoever.
No, I would say no, because it's going to have salt or vinegar or some kind of thing that, right? They breathe through their skin. That's what you missed, Ilse, is the worms breathe through their skin.
That is fascinating. I don't remember learning that in college or even high school, learning that the worms breathe through their skin. I wanted to go another step. You ready for this? I'm going to go complete opposite direction. We're going to go into laughter yoga. Okay.
All right. Yeah.
So laughter is a very crucial thing. But what about those people like Robin Williams, who use laughter to make everybody else feel better, but really deep down inside, they don't have laughter for themselves? How can we help people that might be leaning a little bit? They give the laughter away compared to filling themselves with self-love.
Thank you. Yeah, great one. What laughter yogis say is, if you don't feel like laughing, just bring your able body and we'll make you laugh, because it's really not about jokes or comedy. And it's deciding, right? We need to decide that we're ready. We want something. We want a different life.
Yeah.
And once we decide, like, I know I've been in the depths of hell where it's so dark, like no one's been in a hole that freaking deep before. Everyone's been there. And the message that I really want to get out, I'm 58, everybody. So like, get the message younger. You don't have to wait decades and struggle. You don't. We get to decide, like, just step into your power, be the one that you want to be. Don't compare, stop judging, get off, don't watch the news. Just watch, Java Delight, start your day every day, Monday to Friday, and, boom, laugh, come to my club.
Go to Laughter Club. Even if you don't laugh, you come with the open mind of, okay, I need to let go of stuff. That's what separates us. Do the tapping. It's what helps you. Like, come on. Doing this was fun. And I made it into a beat. And I was switching hands and everything. And I'm like sitting there going, like, you can make these things fun. It's about being able to let go and open up. I ask these questions because I love Robin Williams as a person. As an individual, he brought so much. And I replicate a lot of what he does because I felt connected to him as an adult. Like, I really did. My comedy was something that I did for others. Even this, I do this. And after a show, I sit down. I have to relax for a little bit because my energy is worn out. Yeah. And you understand, you do your Tuesday one. For me, that laughter for others is giving them that spark to keep their energy going up. And everybody thinks that's my energy being there. But the truth is, it's almost like I'm giving it to get up. And I've had to learn how to love myself. So it's through tapping, it's through all these other things. And my thing has been, I've had years of growth, years of change. And being able to do that has been essential for my growth as a human. So that's why that's why you coming on, having the salt light behind you and all that is, I love it. You laugh. Why are you laughing at the salt light?
What salt light? That one at the back?
Yeah.
But what like that? I'm not laughing at it.
Not you. Cathy, she comes back and
I'm not laughing. What do I do now? Am I in trouble? Did I miss something? Because my Wi-Fi is so shitty. Monday blues.
See, now
So
make her laugh, Cathy. Tell her why it's important to understand that's going to just happen. She's messaging me about how embarrassed she is. No, Ilse, we're talking about compost and Williams. Like you're good.
Here. Shh.
Oh, quiet.
One finger up. Put one finger up, everybody. One finger up. Here we go. Now point at yourself. Now start laughing. Frozen. Right, we're so serious. Come on, I mean, whatever. Yeah. You know, I was at a networking event, and it was a women's networking event. So we're all yakking away, and the organizer came up to me and she said, "Cathy, the pizza's going to be 20 minutes late." And I started laughing. And she said, "Cathy, it's not funny." And I said, "Have we just met?" Have we just met? First of all, it's funny. Everything's funny. And we're at a networking event with like women. We don't care.
It's pizza. It's going to get there no matter what. We're going to eat it, and everybody's going to be happy. You know what I mean? Like, even if they're not, if pizza's the thing that pushed them over the edge to make them mad, they're living in the wrong dimension. They're not in their best energy.
That's the message. That is the message. Okay, so let me give you some more tips for people watching.
I'm ready.
So if you have, I bring all kinds of things that are not laughter yoga, but they're energy work. And I want people to know these things because I'm one of those people that when I learn something, I'm like, oh my God, this is so cool. I got to share it. Okay. So we are energy. We all know that we're energy. And
yes.
Right? We've walked into a room where somebody, just lost their job or whatever, they just got bad news and it's like, oh, what's happening here, right? Or the opposite, somebody just won the lottery and it's like, oh, wow, somebody's having a good day, right? We're energy. So we need to be aware of our own energy. And so anyway, so our hands are the conductors. So rub your hands together like you're starting a fire. And everything's smiling, by the way.
Oh, okay. And so I can't frown? I can't frown?
And then shake them off. Okay. And now when we're stressed, I talked about everything leaving our brain. So we're just doing another technique, Ilse. So we're just going to put our hand on our forehead. Sometimes we do this when we're overwhelmed. We're like, oh my God, how am I going to do everything I have to do?
Yeah.
So this helps bring. So this is what we need to do. So you can put you can close it on the other at the back. And then
your neck.
Yeah, you can close your eyes if you're comfortable and take a nice deep breath in. And then sigh it out. And 2 more of those. Breathe in. And and 1 more time. And that just brings okay. Like you just feel like don't you feel floaty just from that? It's just like ooh. Yeah. Anytime. So for your niece, if she's ever feeling like that's a beautiful thing to do. Because our neurovasculars are here. So sometimes people do this, like when they're thinking.
Yeah.
That, you're covering them, right? You're covering the whole thing when Ilse loves it. Maybe she's frozen. I'm not sure.
She's frozen, but it's the perfect position.
Isn't it? She's like the warrior. Yes.
That's how I viewed it. Like, here, watch this. We're going to do this, and she's going to kill me when she watches the replay. Boom.
No, that's beautiful. Look at that.
Right when I put her in there, her internet goes again. Oh, that was perfect. Oh, that couldn't have been better. But like, no, it's a good tip. Actually, I think it's funny because that's what I was taught when I get in my head. Take a moment, being the bald guy that I am, and take your head hands and rub over your head from the back forwards and push it out like you're letting it go and just letting it go. And I've tried that so much, and it really does. I don't know if it's just mental because of the touch with the feel and then the emotion of letting it go, but I've noticed when I have somebody that really gets under my skin, that's how I can let it go and be able to keep moving forward. So, and it's the same concept of what you're doing. It's pushing it out. And I love that. I think that's phenomenal. Now, Cathy, have you always been this happy? Have you always been this amazing?
Well, like everyone, it's a journey. I've done a lot of work. I've spent a lot of money on myself.
But that's a great thing. I love that. Yes. No, you spend a lot of money on yourself, and now you're giving it back in such a unique way. I've never heard of laughter yoga. I've never had people do the tapping with me like you did. And then you came on and you answered very heavy questions about things that there's a lot of confusion on, from compost to why the laughter. And then you handled a troll like, bitch, get out of my way. Like, for real. You were amazing. Like, do not think I love what you're doing. You bring this positive energy. How long is your Tuesday morning class?
30 minutes.
I go live at 10 though. So I'm going to have to leave a few minutes early to make sure I'm ready for the show.
Come and check it out. Come and check it out.
Hell yeah. Cathy's Laughter Club. I'm going to be there tomorrow. You should be there tomorrow.
Yes.
It's literally
room. Last week I had 8 people from Malaysia.
Malaysia?
And 1 from Japan.
Oh my gosh. So now you'd have South Africa, the United States, and we have Australia. We have people from all over. Here's how you know you're going to the right website. The link is provided. I just posted the link for everybody. This is the website. Here is the tab you tap. Follow this. Go to this for Cathy's weekly Zoom laughter. You can Zoom all over the world through laughter. You said that earlier and I grabbed it. I'm like, I'm taking that one. I like that. We're all Zooming all over now. I've got so much work to do on myself, but okay, I'm going to play this. Mandy, I love you to death because you ask these questions in such a unique way. You're like, I've got so much work to do on myself. Miss Mandy, I hope you're doing good today, but here's the thing. You're always going to have work to do on yourself. Always. Now, Cathy, with somebody that maybe comes into your class for the first time, they're doing tapping, they're doing meditation, they're really trying, but they get stuck. Because I know I've been stuck many, many times in my life. I just get in this stuck place. How do you encourage someone to keep going, keep encouraging themselves and building themselves so that way they don't keep telling themselves, oh, I got a lot of work to do on myself. Oh, I'm still so broken. Oh, this crap. Like, how do you do that?
So, that's a great question. It really is a great question. It's making the decision that laughter is that important because it's for me, it's part of my health plan. I laugh for the health of it every day, just deciding. And I know it's awkward at the beginning. So just go slow, just attend a class, even just sit there. Just by smiling, you're sending a note to your brain. Hey, I must be happy. I'm smiling. Right? So, jumping around, when we're stressed, we're small. We just need to pick up some room, shake it off, put on a happy song. You talked about, what songs rev you up. Songs work. It's vibration. Laughter is vibration. It's in us. We start secreting. As soon as we smell, pew, 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 our love drug starts secreting. As soon as we add a giggle, pew, 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 pew. And then we add it's like pew, 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 pew. Woo! Ah, yippee! Pew, 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 pew.
Oh my gosh. I just like your energy. You come in and you just crack us up. Most poor Ilse. Her internet is really having problems this morning. She just tried to log back in again and I saw it. So I'm going to take us into the final part of the show. She gave me good vibes at the beginning because I dealt with a funeral this last weekend of a very close family member. And family is just I love my family. Don't get me wrong. Cousins, aunts, uncles, family around each other hits a point about where you start to feel yourself break and not be yourself. especially during big things like that. So coming on and putting on positivity is hard, especially with laughter, like you're doing. It's hard to find that laughter inside you. Aw, Mandy, we love you, and we're sorry you're feeling very down right now. But hey, there's days like this. It's Monday. It's the beginning of the week. Even if you're feeling down right now, do yourself a favor. Take some breaths. Do some tapping. Do something outside for you. Because the truth is, you're going to be able to break this. And if you can't keep telling yourself you're going to break it, you're just going to keep yourself going the wrong way on the ladder. You've got this. And Ilse says she's so sorry. Her Wi-Fi is horrible. Ilse, you're great. Your frozen pose that we put on the big screen was absolutely amazing. You had a woman's power pose. You're like, yeah!
It was beautiful.
So, Cathy, the way we end every single show is we literally speak positivities. That could be your favorite quote. That could be an inspirational message that you just have to say to people. That could be you literally telling us something new about the worms that all of us need to know. All right? Like, I don't care how, or just make us laugh for 4 minutes. I don't care. But we have just a few minutes left in the show. I'll go first. And since Ilse is always a huge blessing, you as well, Miss Ilse. Miss Mandy, you got people telling you to take care. God, I love our community when they jump on and encourage one another. And because Ilse's not here, I'm actually going to bring the world famous Brett Gordon in. And he's going to jump on, and I'll go first with a positive one. And usually it'd be Ilse next, is please know that you're needed. You just have to read this. Like, that's all you have to do, Brett, is read that part. No, I'm just kidding. Like, so positive messages, please know that you are needed. Mandy, take care of yourself, by the way. So, like, here we go, Cathy. I hope you're ready. This is the fun part of the show where we end it in such a good way. Today has been a Monday. Like, I will just say it point blank. It's been a Monday, from tech problems to family to just drama in life, all around. But the thing is, as Ilse said, please know that you are needed. Please know that you are loved. And please know you are absolutely amazing. You are an individual that no one else on this earth, on this world, can ever match. You are the only you we get. So I'm grateful you're here with us. Brett, you're muted.
Got it. Okay. Well, I'm going to go off of like what Cathy's been working on today, and that is that if you're feeling down, if you're feeling depressed, all that you really need to do is change your physiology. And there's a couple of ways to do it. One is to drink water. The other is to breathe well. And one that ties breathing in with the oxytocin is to laugh.
Oxycontin.
And if you can laugh, force yourself to belly laugh for 30 seconds, and it will change your outlook immediately.
Yeah.
It brings that oxytocin, it brings those endorphins, and I know there's going to be times where you're like, I don't want to do it. That's natural. Do it, and it will change the way that you see things after that 30 seconds. Give it a try. It works perfectly. Thank you very much.
Yes. All right. Thank you, Brett. That was awesome. Yes. I would say, well, here's a little worm trivia that I didn't get to put in there when I was talking. Worms have 5 hearts each. 800 to 1,000 worms in a pound. That's 4,000 to 5,000 hearts in a pound of worms. It's a lot of love. Oh my gosh, they're the most loving creatures, but they're the most misunderstood. Get worms and come to a laughter club. Laughter is, so if you don't feel like it, it's just deciding. Nobody wants to go to the gym all the time. Well, some people do, but I don't want to go to the gym every day, right? But deciding that you want to do something, that you want to change how you're feeling, then you change. That's it. It's our decision. Feel how you want.
My favorite part of her quote was, so get worms. I never knew that about the words. For 4 to 5 hearts each, that is a lot of love in there. That is putting that back into your soil. That's cleaning things up. That's helping make the environment better and helping you make you better. Helping get inside you. So please know, everybody, you are changing the world. People like Cathy come on and do this laughter, do this positivity, and they change it. So guys, do us a favor. Give the love, give the hellos, everybody's giving each other loves and all that. You are one of my favorite friends. I love you, Cathy. Bye, Jane. Blessings to everyone. Bob. Like, everybody's giving each other love right now. And truthfully, guys, that is the point of everything of every day. So we start our days with that positivity. We have laughter. We have worms. And do yourself a favor, get wormed. All right. Thank you, Cathy. If anybody, don't forget, check out the link for Cathy's website tomorrow for Cathy's laughing yoga. Absolutely. It's I provided the link right here. It is on all major platforms that we have the link on, so do not miss it. And guys, make sure to reach out to Cathy, give her a subscribe, a follow, and spread the love, spread the positivity, bringing the best you forwards, because only ones that could get worms. Only person that could change the world and your world is you. People like Cathy are a prime example of that, and I'm honored I got to meet her today. Cathy, have a wonderful day. Guys, go spread that positivity and be the delight into the world. Thanks, guys.